May I request our Associate Secretary, Srimati S. Shanti, to present a memento to our Chief Guest, Dr. C.Sundari, MD, Pratana Homeo Clinic, and welcome her. May I take the pleasure of inviting our Chief Guest, Dr. C.Sundari, MD, Pratana Homeo Clinic, to give the Teachers' Day message.
Great morning. Distinguished dignitaries on the dais, President, my respects to President Shri Nallaperumal Pillai and correspondent Shri R. Balaji sir and correspondent Mr. Muralidharan sir, Associate Secretary Srimati Shanti ma'am, and beloved Headmistress ma'am, Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Nageshwaran ma'am, and PTA President and Management Committee members. I am very much privileged and honored to be present before an elite group. First of all, I wish you all, beloved teachers, a very happy Teachers' Day. At this juncture, I wish to pay my gratitude to my first teachers, my parents. My father, Shri M.A. Chokkalingam Pillai, who has worked more than 40 years in T.V. Sundaram Iyengar and Sons with a dedicated service, and he was the moral support to me, he was the pillar of strength to me. And my mother, Srimati Meenambal, who used to take me to library when I was tiny tot, and she made me to learn good moral values, and I am grateful to them also. Today is Teachers' Day. It is celebrated in memory of Sarvapalli Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, who was the president, and he was a great academician, educationalist, and he was a good scholar. His contribution to the education was exemplary. So what is common with Dr. Radhakrishnan and homeopathy is his favorite system was homeopathy, because homeopathy treats the man as a whole. As a medical system, it should point out to cure a person as a whole. It should consider body, mind and spirit. Health, as per WHO definition, health is defined as a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being, and not merely an absence of disease or infirmity. So the mental health is much essential for teachers also. So teachers are the educational rock stars. They are the sculptors. They are the potters, and they always exhibit their talents, and they try to exhibit the inner potential of every student. Without them, no one can make the students a bright one. So, as a healthcare professional and a homeopathic physician, I wish to share a few points how you can improve your mental and physical health, and what are the common problems you encounter as teachers. Can anyone say what are the common problems? What are the common health problems? Throat pain, knee pain, back pain, stress. So So these are the common problems. So first I'll mention a few. Cervical spondylosis, is it not? So cervical spondylosis, teachers used to get severe neck pain because of too much of words, eye, hand and mental strain. They used to grade the papers and they have to sit for longer hours. They have to exert their neck muscles. They used to get neck pain, sometimes numbness, tingling, running throughout the arm. And also due to online classes, they used to use the mobiles. Then they used to text also. Recently, one text neck syndrome is there. So there you get severe neck pain, then giddiness. What we can do to correct this? So you have to give some pass to that mobile screen, and continuous work should be curtailed, and you should sit straight to do all the things. Then due to carrying of heavy bags in the crook of the arms, people get hand pain and they may get tendinitis, elbow pain, tennis elbow we used to say. So you have to, students, you have to also frequently check your handbags, and if there is anything that is not needed for the daily carrying, so you have to remove it also, as like decluttering your brain. You have to on and off clean your handbags also, because too much of things will be there and unnecessarily you are carrying every day, and it produces lot of pain in your hand also. So these are the things. Then voice. So due to overusage of voice, people used to complain me about the hoarseness of voice, then throat pain, burning in throat, sometimes loss of voice also, because we used to say professional voice usage. So only the teachers, then musicians, politicians, everyone will get this common complaint. So what we can do? So we can avoid such things by taking care of our throat and voice. How can we do that? Goggling things. Then we can avoid very chill things, chill cool drinks and all we can avoid, because our profession is based on our voice, is it not? So then sometimes we can use some mic also, like pen mic also we can use. Then voice rest is essential in your holidays, so that next day you can work very energetically. So these are all the things. And in homeopathy we have certain medicines for the professional voice loss and aphonia, like hoarseness of voice. We have some medicines also. Then in back pain, so due to prolonged standing, people used to get severe back pain. So every pain, every symptom has psychological aspect also. In cervical spondylosis, not only due to the strain alone you don't get disease, sometimes when we used to say intellectual devaluation. What is intellectual devaluation means? If you are criticized for your work, if you are criticized for your intellectual work, if anyone is criticizing you, your work is not up to the level, your work is not sufficient, so that time our esteem and ego is getting affected. That time you get severe neck pain. Like that, in back pain also, if you feel no one is supporting me, I want to walk forward, I want to move forward, but no one is there for me. If the psychological thing is there, then you get the pain also. Then in male teachers, they used to have some heavier wallets, and they used to sit on that, heavier wallets in the packets, and used to sit on them. So because of the uneven distribution of the fat wallet, even male teachers used to get severe back pain. Because of the uneven distribution, your spine is getting deviated, and the non-alignment of the spine, the male teachers also used to get the severe back pain. And if the prolonged usage will also create some prolapse of the disc bulge like that. So that has to be avoided. Then carrying more than 2 kg of handbags regularly will also cause some strain to the muscles. So you have to consider that also. Then I have already told every complaint has a predisposing mental factor also. Psychological reason first comes, then the physical complaints comes. So even to present in a meeting or an event, you get some butterflies like sensation in your stomach. Is it not? Some anxiety will be there. So actually you are going to present, why there is some butterfly sensation in your stomach? Because every organ is interrelated with mind and body. If you neglect the mind part, there will not be a complete cure also. So that has to be kept it in mind. Then some people will get too much of acidity, then ulcer problem. So what is the cause of it? What is the psychological cause of it? Psychological cause means too much of anger, resentment, then neglect, hatred, then unmovable by apologies. These are all the things will stimulate your acidity in your stomach. We used to say in medical terms, hurry, curry, worry. What is that? Hurry, curry and worry. So fastness, then spicy foods and worries. That will also increase your acidity and cause some ulceration. So whenever there is a conflict, you should try to resolve it at the earliest. So having hatredness towards human beings, having some resentments, having some anger, that will also increase your acidity and it will cause some ulceration. If you don't try to resolve the problem on and off and at once, that will produce chronic ulceration. So that you will be the permanent patient. So that has to be kept it in mind. Then common problem teachers have is varicose veins. Varicose veins, you would have seen some spider-like veins in the calf muscles because of the too much standing, then prolonged standing, which affects the free flow of blood circulation and you get all these complaints. Some constant pain in your calf muscles. How we can avoid it? At rest hours, we can raise your foot and in between you can have a good walk also. So these will avoid that varicose veins. If the varicose veins is not treated or not attended in the initial stage, that will cause permanent and severe disability of the foot, arm. Then in the legs, lower limbs will have severe problem. So these are all the things that has to be kept in mind. Then psychological reason for this is when you are not allowed to move forward, when your freedom is restricted, you will get all these varicose veins problems. This is the psychological reason for this. Then when talking about other health problems, some people will have recurrent infections due to reduced immune system because lack of sleep. Sleep deprivation is also one of the main factors for teachers because we have to work for longer hours in the night. Sometimes even some of the teachers used to play mobile games. When I was examining one patient, I didn't even thought that lady who was 57 years, she'll be playing mobile games. Her husband used to complain me, ma'am, you are giving medicines, her twitching is there in the eyes. Why she is getting twitching, whether she is getting enough sleep or she is taking proper food. So everything is there, ma'am. But she used to play some mobile games. I was shocked because in that point I have not at all thought. Because now she told me because he used to go outside, that time I feel bored. So my granddaughter made me to learn these games. So whenever I get time, I used to play these mobile games. So teachers, So as a role model of, then also concerning our health, so these should be avoided. And some people will have doom scrolling habit. What is doom scrolling? Sometimes in COVID occasions or in some problems, in Google everything is there. In Google everything is there. So they used to surfing. They used to do surfing and see what is the problem, then what are the complications of this problem. These and all they used to check. So that will cause some negativity. Then in recent days, one idiot syndrome is there. What is idiot syndrome? That is information derived from internet. Information derived from internet that obstruct your treatment. Usually they will come for the regular checkups, but sometimes on seeing YouTube and Google they stop taking treatment and they used to say take some herbal medicines without the knowledge of the physician. So that will cause serious problems and you have to keep it in mind. So any Google cannot replace an educated doctor. So be cautious and don't create or don't get any serious problems. So always consult when there is any problem. From the beginning itself you consult a good physician and get it treated. Then regarding how you can take responsibility of taking care of students, because you are taking too much of challenges in mimic the society, is it not? So we mimic the society. If the child is doing any mistake, just call them in person and advise them. So I wish to share one incident in this regard. In a park, one old man, he was once a teacher, he was sitting in that park. That time one adult, he came and meet him and he asked, "Sir, do you remember me?" "Yes, who are you?" He asked, "I studied in your class when I was doing my 7th form." "Okay, tell me, what are you doing?" "I am also have become a teacher like you." "What teacher?" "Oh, how you got inspiration?" "Because of you, sir." "Okay. Sir, do you remember me when I was doing 7th standard? In my class, one boy was having an expensive watch. He was very rich. And he kept the watch in that pencil box and he went away. That time no one was there in the classroom. So I took the watch without anyone's knowledge. Then that boy, after your class, he complained to you. What you did? You closed the door and you asked every student to stand in a line and you asked everyone to close their eyes and you checked in everyone's pocket. I was in a terrible fright because you will definitely find it out that is in my pocket and in a few minutes I will be in a great humiliation and embarrassment. But you took that watch from me, but you just continue to check in other students' packets also and you did not reveal anything to others and you handed over that watch to that person who lost it and you informed him, "I have got your watch. Please don't bring expensive things to this class. From here now also, from now afterwards, no one will steal your things. I am sure." And you dispersed the class. So that time I felt very guilt. That was a remorseful situation for me. That time I worried a lot and from that day onwards, I don't steal, I don't have that intention of taking anyone's things and I want to become a teacher. "Sir, do you remember that?" "Oh, yes, I do remember that old man, that old teacher was telling." "Yes, I too remember, but now only I know you have stolen that watch." "Sir, what are you saying?" "Yes, when I was taking that watch from everyone's purse I was also closing my eyes. That was the magnanimity of the teacher. Is it not? That person does not want to reveal the person's mistake also, and he made him to realize his own mistake, and he has inspired that person's life to become a teacher like you. So that was the magnanimity of the teacher. So every teacher should take care of it. Every student is a unique teacher. So everyone is unique, and you should not discriminate or compare each one. Everyone has talents, though they do not come up in life. When they do fail in exams, that doesn't mean they will fail in the life also. So you should be very careful in this, and you give what are the things you can give. So you are a very talented person, talented teachers. So your duty is to give knowledge to them, so they will take it. And you should not at any circumstances, you should not discriminate, and also you should not scold students in others' presence. Because if you commit any word, that cannot be retrieved. So in that occasion, I also share one thing. So one farmer, he used to scold, or he used to slander about his neighbor. After realizing this, he wanted to get rid of it, and he wanted to get forgiveness. He met one priest. That priest told him, you just take a bag of feathers and you just drop in the center of the town. He did it. The farmer did it. He collected all the feathers in a bag and he kept it in the center of the town. Then he came and he reported this priest, I have done what you have told. Then the priest told, okay, now you just collect everything and come. He is going there, but nothing was there. Everything has blown away. So he told him. Then the priest told, this is the nature. If you express any bad words, if you do any verbal abuse, that cannot be retrieved. So be very much careful in uttering any word to the student. Rather you sincerely and honestly appreciate the child. So what you can do, how can you manage some mischievous boys or girls in the class? Just you give them responsibility. If you give responsibility, they will become good. The person who is doing all mischiefs, rather they demand more love and appreciation. So one who is lacking that appreciation will behave haphazardly. So have it in mind. One who is having good atmosphere, one who is not having any good atmosphere in their home, they will behave this rash behavior. So understand and identify the wrong ones and give them responsibility and give more importance and appreciation to that boys. So these are the things you have to have it in mind. அதாவது இந்த மாதிரி வார்த்தைகள் நம்ம ரொம்ப கேர்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கணும். ரொம்ப கடுமையான வார்த்தைகள் பயன்படுத்துறத அவாய்ட் பண்ணணும். அதாவது என்னன்னா, ஒரு கசப்பான ஒரு பொருள் வேப்ப எண்ணெயை கூட ரொம்ப இனிமையாக பேசி நம்ம விற்க முடியுமா? ஆனால் ஒரு தேனை நீங்கள் கடுமையாக பேசுனீங்கன்னா விற்கவே முடியாது அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அது மாதிரி the words are very much important. Whatever you may be, but be humble and kind. So the kindness is ரொம்ப important. You can buy a dog with a lot of money, but only with kindness you can make the tail to wag, no? So அது வாழ ஆட்டணும்னா நம்ம அன்பு செலுத்தினாதான் அது வாழ ஆட்டும். அது மாதிரி எவ்வளோக்கு எவ்வளோ அன்பு நம்ம கொடுக்குறோமோ அதுக்கேற்ற மாதிரி அவங்களுடைய ரெசிப்ரிகேஷன் இருக்கும். ஸோ பி ஹேவ் இட் இன் மைண்ட். ஸோ விதைக்கிறது தான் நம்மளுடைய வேலையாக இருக்கணும். அது எங்கே எங்கே வளரணுன்றது அதோடைய முடிவு. ஆனால் நம்ம நல்ல விஷயங்களை விதைச்சிட்டே இருக்கணும். வாழ்க்கை வளமாகும். வாழ்க வளமுடன். தேங்க்யூ ஃபார் த கைண்ட் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி. தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச்.